guys, this is Garrett Goldsberry from North Jersey Mixed Martial Arts in Lafayette, New Jersey. My assistant instructor, Coach Tyler Moore, and we're going to be going over guillotine defense from closed guard. Alright? So Coach Tyler's guard, he's going to get me in the guillotine. Whether he just sits up and comes and gets it. Alright? And the guillotine we're going to be talking about today is the arm out guillotine, where it's your traditional guillotine. My arm's not trapped in. I'm going to show you guys one way to defend, then we're going to work into a pass. So from here, as he locks his legs and he starts going back from the guillotine, most guys' defense is to try to rip their head out and pull it out. Now, if Tyler's got a good grip, that's going to be very hard, and it actually gets tighter. So what we're going to do is we're going to protect our airway, and we're going to put our forehead on the mat. This way, he can't force my chin down. I'm here and here, okay? So from here, we can have two ways with this arm. We can either put it over his back to create some pressure, or we can drop it down by his hip to create some pressure, okay? So two things happen with that you got to be aware of. If your arm's up high and he starts losing the guillotine, they're going to try to trap the arm and go for the inverted. If your arm's low, sometimes they'll let go and go for the omoplata or the kimura, okay? So from here, comes up for the guillotine, locks his legs. I'm going to block my airway, forehead on the mat. We reach over his back. From here, I'm going to get up on my toes, and I'm going to drive my shoulder into his chest, creating pressure. His hands are going to loosen. I'm going to peel it off, trap the arm, sit back. Okay? So up here, okay? Block the airway, forehead on the mat. I just showed this. You can also come here and drive. Pop the arm, sit up, control. Sits up, block your air, forehead on the mat, over the shoulder or on the hip, either one. Toes, tripod, drive. Pop, here. So from here, now we're going to work into the Armtrap pass. He comes up, gets the guillotine, forehead on the mat, lock in, I trap. Tripod, break. From here, I get his arm. Okay? What I'm going to do is, I like to keep my head in the center so I don't get guillotined again. If I go to this side, he can start working the trap. But I have this arm control too, so I'll either favor this side a little bit or I'll keep my head in the middle. I'm going to go into a tripod situation where I have room underneath. I'm going to feed the arm to my other hand. I'm going to sit back, trapping his arm. Show it from a different angle. He has the guillotine. Come up, lock, feed. Once I'm here, I tripod so I have distance. I grab the wrist, sit back. Okay? From here, now we're going to start working our pass. Since he can't defend on this side, normally 90% of the time we want to change your angle, all that stuff. He's not in a very strong position, so a lot of times you can just push the knee open. From here, we're going to do a basic knee slide. I bring my knee over to the mat, and my foot is hooked to the back of his thigh, nice and tight. My hips are over his. I get underneath the head, I keep this arm, I scissor my hips out, scissor back in. I can control that. If I want to let it go, underhook. Okay. So he gets the guillotine, come up, block. Forehead on the mat, block. Over or side, tripod, drive. Break it off. Sit back, hand fight, control, whatever you want to do to set it up. Come back in, hips high, feed. Once I have a good grip, push. My knee slides, my foot acts as a hook, slides, and I control his hips. Not out here, nice and tight. Dig my underhook under his head so I can get my shoulder pressure when my hips come out. I switch my hips back over, and I can either hold that, switch into side control, or a Guillotine position. Alright guys, that's your guillotine defense to your Armtrap pass.